I have been doing a lot of base design building recently, and as much as I enjoy it, I always get the urge to see what I can build in the Eternaland and be creative. So, today I'm going to be starting off on a empty Eternaland. I'm planning to build a futuristic city, but the problem is the rendering. You see, it doesn't make sense to add greenery if it disappears when I move just a few meters away. And if I build more of it, it feels awkward to see the bare bones of the structure when I move further away. So I might just stick to building high-rise buildings and see what it looks like after spending 24 hours of dwelling in the Eternaland. So the first thing I want to do is build a bridge to connect these two terrains. I added a random balcony below and placed a tree there, keeping the bridge in mind to make it easier for players to travel across and explore other buildings. I've been imagining something like a Millennium Tower for this spot, but I really want to put my own twist on it. So without further ado, I'm diving in and finally starting on this building. First things first, I need to choose the right foundation. I want to make it round so that players can walk around the tower. This spot seems pretty good. It's not perfectly flat, but I still want to use it since our bridge connects here. Now I'm adding the fence. I like to keep things simple at first and layer on details as I go. It's much easier to make adjustments early on than to tear things down later. Moving up to the second level, it's essentially the same as the first layer, but I'm adding it to help the tower stand out more. Finally, I'm adding a circular wall going up. It's not the fanciest tower, but I think it will blend well with the other buildings we'll create later on. During my first 4 hours of building, I also built a helipad off camera, completed the tower, and am now moving on to the next building. I've already built it halfway and I'm still working on it alongside the first tower. In my 8-hour building marathon, I was all about adding new structures, leaving the interiors empty for now. My focus? Nailing the exteriors first? I figured I'd deal with the insides later. But about halfway through, reality smacked me in the face. I was blowing through resources way faster than I could replenish them. Like, wood only costs 100 astral sand, but marble? A whopping 250. So I had to hit pause, go on a demolition spree, and rebuild everything using a wooden structure, especially when using a glass print. But that wasn't even the worst of it. After 16 hours of building off camera, just as I thought I was getting ahead, after I build each buildings, I noticed that the buildings I had painstakingly constructed couldn't connect to each other with roads. Each one had been built independently at random angles, making a cohesive layout impossible. It felt like the universe was throwing down a challenge, testing just how much frustration I could handle. But you know what? If there's one thing this whole process taught me, it's that perseverance pays off. Eventually. And hey, those walls may have cost me a fortune in astral sand, but they sure look amazing. After 18 hours of building Eternaland, I wanted the spawn point to give visitors the perfect first impression. A clear, stunning view of these incredible buildings, just like this. To make that happen, I've built a tall stronghold with time-space canvas and set a respawn point in this spot. Now, every time someone new visits, they'll be greeted with a breathtaking panorama right from the start. After designing the spawn point just the way I envisioned, it's time to take things to the next level. I'll be polishing up the buildings even more and adding some exciting new structures to the city. And here's the big one. Our next project is building a concert stage. I mean, what's a vibrant city without a place to hang out, right? Of course, we can't forget about creating a concert stage hangout spot for everyone to connect. Got some free time? You can feel free to visit my Eternaland to join and chill. Who knows, we might meet new people. I'm really excited to see if this Eternaland becomes a go-to hangout spot for everyone. I mean, it's not wrong to dream big, right? Alright, let's go back. I wanted to try something creative, so I decided to build a cat-inspired design. And here's the big twist. Just when I thought I was onto something unique, something fresh, something that would really stand out, I hit an unexpected roadblock. Eternaland has a building limit. I mean, I thought the whole idea was to let you build whatever you want. So I guess Eternaland truly lives up to its name. Eternal. A world that lasts forever. Yet ironically, you can't build eternally in it. The plots are so massive, so what's the point of having all that space if you can't use it fully, right? Hopefully that they'll expand the building limit in the future. Maybe they're just trying to prevent their servers from overloading with endless player creations. But honestly, I'd love to see a world where players can go all out. Imagine exploring fully realized cities with no limits, where creativity knows no bounds. After nearly 24 hours of building, I hit the limit. And it wasn't just the structure. Even furniture placement was affected, which meant no interior design either. So I had to make a tough call. demolish the unfinished building just to complete the cat figure design. As it stands, the buildings remain empty, waiting for the developers to bring something new to the table. For now, our city remains incomplete. I had high hopes of creating a fully realized city, but this is where the journey ends, at least for now. If you enjoyed seeing my builds in Eternaland and want to see more creative projects, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support means a lot and helps me keep building and sharing new ideas. Thanks for watching.